What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BMax45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our market analysis for the Digimon TCG, like we try to do every Friday. We're going to talk about those Digimon prices, how things are going up or down, what we're looking at for tournament, the meta, potentially, what we're looking at for hype for new sets. EX8 is coming out on January 10th, so there is a lot of hype actually around some of the cards there, as well as other things like new sets are coming out right now, what the prices are on tournament cards and other things like that. Like we got the premium heroines, we got the limited set releasing today on December 13th, which just happens to be my birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to me, Friday the 13th. And I'm really sore with some serious back pains, or well, side pains, but hopefully we're gonna not let that get in the way. We're going to get into the video here, and we're just going to have some fun talking about the game that we love. But hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, let's start off with a card that is actually really popular and really something I enjoy right now is the Velgramon from BT18. This is a card, the Dustmon's always kind of been high, 40, 45. It's been kind of holding that pattern. The Velgramon actually went down to 30 and then jumped back up to 40, and now it's kind of back down around 35. So it kind of had they had that big bump and kind of came back down. It's still on an upwards trajectory, but it's kind of leveling off here. So we could see this go back down to 30, just because it is an important card in the deck. Obviously, your Duskmon is your more important piece. You need that to go into the Velgramon combo. So it just kind of one of those things. As long as the Duskmon is important, the Velgramon's going to be important as well. But it's always kind of just a little bit less important because you just need one of them in your trash and you're good to go. So definitely, absolutely think that this card is still a must-have. But you could probably see it going back down to 30 as we get ready for EX8 and new decks and stuff like that. So maybe wait if you're thinking about picking it up. If you're selling it, I'd sell it now because I don't see it going back up to 40. Especially since it's cooled off already by about $5. So I would definitely sell this right now because I think it could probably go back down to 30. Shadow Saravimon, we've talked about it before. It's one of the best ace cards, most versatile ace cards out of this set. Here you had the drop here, but it's coming back up almost to $40, and now it's kind of leveled off. It's actually turned into one of the best supers as well. In the set, $15 super. So definitely this is the one you want to pull from your boxes. So definitely Shadow Saravimon doing good on the super front too. Making it's nice having like at least one $15 to $20 super in a set, just because it makes it worth buying that box. And so this is your guy for that. So keep an eye out for sales on that. I definitely think that this is something you want to sell because I can see this coming back down within a week or two. So we're gonna look at the special, the double C or double alternate rare, low pull rate alternate rare. This is the only reason we're looking at this is because I just took a look at the set and how it's been doing, and this is the highest priced right now. Low pull rate is the Satan mode is the best one you can pull, $250. There's a couple on there higher, but yeah, this is the lowest of the low pull rates right now. Everything's about under 200, with the Guilmon still being the lowest one. So definitely, this is the best low pull rate you can pull in the box right now. Although I don't know if it's selling that well because Lucemon really hasn't done anything this format. It hasn't really topped. It's an interesting and fun deck. It just hasn't really hit the mark there. Also looking at some more things. The best event pack, pre-release event pack card is still the Rahihimon. It's come down a little ways. It was up around 16, 17, and it's kind of come down. It still has like a market price of 17 just because it's a limited quantity of them. But there are some sales for a little bit lower. A few sales, and then you're back up around $16 to $18. Yeah, so this is something that if you want this, there's limited quantities out there, so the buyer can basically set their price and based on that. But it's good card. Not getting played in the more popular meta variant, but I mean that could change format to format, and yellow's so great that splashing yellow into purple is always good too. So we'll have to wait and see if this card, might be better a little bit later. We have the Takuya Koji box topper. This is the best box topper you can get. It's been fluctuating, going down, up, like $4, $5, $7. Usually it doesn't eclipse the $7 mark, but right now it's back up at its high end. You probably see this go back down to $4 within a week or so. But, there's a lot of copies for sale, but they're all at the high end. So I think it'll stay around there for now. So definitely should have probably got this like a couple weeks ago if you needed it, because now you're just paying a couple more bucks. But I mean, it's nothing huge. And again, Ancient Greymon is doing all right, making tops in the top 16 usually, at least one or two. So we still see those Ancient Greymon prices here, and you have just tons of. It's funny. I love how this is like the $20 one. The newest one and the old one is so expensive. It's actually kind of funny because the other day we were looking at it and the alternate was less than the regular art, but that's kind of switched now. So it's kind of interesting how that goes. They're really quite close, but it's just harder to get because, we're in BT18 and this is BT4, right? With no reprints. So, but yeah, easy to get this guy, $8 for the super on this guy and $20 for the alt's not bad. So, going into some more stuff, some hype, we have Takado Matsuki was around $20, and then the Gallantmon stuff got announced, and just the, it's $40 is, well, that's a lightly played foil. Yeah, 40, 50. It's this card is going to be one of the ones people are, running in the new Gallantmon variant, and it's just shot up exponentially. Market price is still low, but try and get it for that. Try and get it for that. In the same respects, we have EX2 Takado, which is just, again, an older set. The Blitz Takado is still a really good one, and it's started to see a bit of a climb here. I mean, it's always been kind of high, just because it's older. As we get new Gallantmon support, but it's an expensive one, and it's probably one you're playing the deck because just the memory gain as well as from deletion as well as the blitz is just so good. Makes you so it's good to go over onto your opponent's turn. So yeah, so 30 for that. And Gallantmon himself. I don't know if this is one that's going to be played in the deck, but the Rush Gallantmon was in a purple hybrid deck that topped, and that was out of the Brick City group. D Shamrock is the player, so congrats to you. You got I think it was 7th place. I want to say 7th place. Did really well at the Ultimate Cup, better than I did. I went 38th place. So, but I really loved this tech, and you can see here it started to climb here too. People were like, "Oh gosh, this is good." In a deck that trashes, right? And you can rush for game and pop something, and it's just one more thing that your opponent has to worry about. So yeah, it started to climb here, back up to $85. It was quite low. It was actually getting down pretty, below the $60 mark for the alt. I believe the non. Let's see if we go. The non foil one here is around 31. So still pretty expensive card. It is a secret from the BT13 set, which is a little bit more recent. Crimson Mode is seeing, I think, a resurgence as well. The Ace, it's going up a little bit here. Back up at $60 here. I think it'd been down around the $40 mark, and it's slowly seeing an increase too. So these were cards that are now getting really hyped because of the new X Antibody Gallantmon support and the new Gallantmon support in general. Got the War Growl Ace in the 2.5 set, so it's definitely seeing an increase here. So you've kind of missed your shot for a lot of these cards. One you haven't missed is the War Growl. Still for the participant foil is $15. I don't know. This is the most popular War Growl to play just because it can net you a free Guillemon or Takado. It mills your deck, which is not bad, and mills your opponent's deck, which again is not bad. It's just a really versatile war growl, especially with the kind of, we're heading towards that purple red war growl variant, which is really interesting. So it's always been kind of one of the staple war growls. It was one of the things that people like, they were trying to play red base, and then they realized that this card's too good. Too good compared to some of the other war growls. So definitely this is the card to get. And I mean, it's not bad, $15 for this is the highest rarity version of it. There's not a lot of copies out there, but the price isn't terrible. So Sunrizamon, another deck we're getting support is the Pyridimon. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's a Sunrizamon kind of deck because it's basically the Digivolution line for Sunrizamon. Now, whether or not the original promo Sunrizamon is going to be good in the deck, piercing on him, security attack +1 on Black Digimon with 13,000 DP or more seems pretty good. But it has been showing a bit of an increase. It's a very cheap card, honestly. You have different versions of this promo, very cheap, but you have been seeing some action, some hype. This could be a good tech. It's just because we only have the one Sunrizamon searcher that we're getting from the thing. So you have another Sunrizamon name, and although it is not rock or a mineral, it's a reptile. So maybe not so good in the deck. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's an interesting inheritable, although the deck kind of goes with not having inheritables. It has inheritables, but trashing your inheritables to get effects. So we'll see if this is a good card or not. But it is seeing some hype there, definitely, with the pickup there. On to other decks that have been doing good. 7 Demon Lords actually won the Ultimate Cup last time, so congrats to that player. It's a really fun deck, really skilled deck, purple deck. Chaos mode, still nuts. You play 4 of this in the deck. 3 to 4, depending on your split if you're playing the old Lucemon Chaos mode. But it's actually, looks like it's come down, but still $60 and something you got to play multiples of in the deck. And yeah, there's lots of copies on the market, but I don't see this going anywhere anytime soon price wise. You have the Beelzemon. This card, it seems like it's gone down, but it's generally stayed around $40 forever. When it was really popular, it went up to $50, but generally 40's kind of been the area, so it really hasn't dropped too much. Still an expensive card. Still, both those cards, Lucemon and Beelzemon, worth selling, especially right now when there's hype from it winning during this format. Ogudumon's not bad, $15 for the alt. You only need 2 of this card, so it's always kind of not been as an expensive card. And it's, it continues to go down, really, but not bad, $15. That's one of the cheaper ones. Same with, Creepymon. Creepymon's another one that's quite cheap, $8, and you need 4 of that too, so that's not a bad one to pick up. Whereas people are trying to sell most, the Beelzemon and Lucemons to make some profit. And then, of course, you got the Levia dog of the 7 Demon Lords. It's still up there because its deck is still doing good in tournaments too. So you play it in multiple decks. You play it in 7 Demon Lords, you play it in Leviamon, you can play it in other purple decks like Lord Knight, just because it's so good. So it'll kind of stay, I think it'll stay up around that $20 to $30 mark for a while. 24 is not bad, it's been worse, it's been up around 30 or above, but I think the lowest I think I've ever seen it is like 20 or 19. So this is not really a bad place for it. It's a good place to sell too, this one. Mist Memory Boost. Mist Memory Boost is getting played in a lot of decks right now, a lot of purple decks. So it's a great card, great mill draw, and you gain 2 memory on your afterwards from your delay. So it's and this is the highest rarity version of it that we got in the ST7 Advanced Typhoon deck. So most of the cards are really cheap, but this one's a little bit higher, $5 for a copy of this. Not bad. So if you have copies around that you're not using, I would sell definitely, because this could be like a $1 card tomorrow, but it's definitely doing good right now. And you can see here, it's even potentially, there's not a lot of copies on the market, so you can see it hit $7 if someone did a buyout. Galactamon. I don't even know much about Galactamon. I've never played the deck. I have all the stuff I could, but there was a Galactamon top. This deck's going to be getting some Liberator support later on, so I think there's some hype there, and people just wanting to make it good. But you're seeing that card's going up too. Having a rise in price here, and it's not too bad. $26 for this is the alt secret from BT11. So again, that's an alt secret. So $26. I could see, depending on support and hype, it going up. There's not a ton of copies there. You can see you got a couple copies, and then you're up to 30, and a couple more copies, and you're coming up to 45. So I mean, if this gets hyped, I could see a bite on this too. Yeah. Hexablow. What can I say? This card's dumb. Mirage Galaxy. I hate this card. I love this card, but I hate it at the same time. I love to play it. I hate to play against it. So there's that. Hexablow, $45. I think like 40, 38, 40 was the highest I saw it. So this card's continuing to do stupid stuff. It's a 3 of in Mirage Galaxy. It just is. It's just a 3 of. Now you can't even play 2. You have to play 3. It's just too good in this format. So enough said about that. Sell your copies. Sell your copies right now. Yeah. I mean, like, did I even look at what the super's worth right now? $24. $24 for the super. That's nuts. Yeah, EX8 has a better super than all of 2.0. Magnemon, still a really great deck here. You see, you got your $40 entry for your regular art, your $76 to $80 for your alt, and then you need a whole bunch of magnas. There are cheap magnas. The Evolution Cup magnas are cheaper. Of course, you have prices on some of the regular supers have gone down. So, but there are like all around. There's like high and low. You got the alt's $16 for this guy, which is hilarious. This guy's more now, which is really funny. But you do got a whole bunch of copies now. You got the event pack, which is $350. The regular, which is now down to $175 because of the reprints. So you got a lot of got a little diversity in your picks for your versions of the cards. So I mean, you can you can either go cheap or you can go expensive, depending on how much you like this deck and how much you want to hollow it out. Your big card's going to, of course, be Magnemon X Antibody. But there's another card that's going to be big, and that is Flamedramon. If you want to play the promo Flamedramon, it's still up there at $40. It's been holding that for forever. There's been some spikes and some lowering, but generally this card could see a buyout because that deck is still doing really great. You got a couple copies here, and then you're at 45, 50. If you're okay with spending the $40, I would do it now because this card's probably going to go up. Other than that, if you're not, if you don't think you need them for the deck, I would sell them. I would wait to sell them. Wait a little bit to see if we have that buyout. Just because Magnemon does take sometimes 2 to 3 spots per tournament. So, and Nationals is coming up, so people are getting ready. We have the limited set here. Limited set comes out today. I will be getting mine today. I'm working night shifts, so I probably won't be putting up a release video. Everything's pretty cheap. The actual foils are actually textured, so they're nicer than the event packs. So I'm going to be selling all my event pack stuff because it's bad now. It's bad. Of course, all this is bad. All this is bad. That's going to be bad. It's going to be so much nicer than the stupid participation versions. I can't believe that. So this is all like textured niceness, and they gave us the event pack stuff. They gave us the bad. So 54 average price of the box. I think Canadian, I'm seeing 60 to 64 is the average price. Ruin mode being the best one here, $40. I don't know how hard it is to pull. 25 for Death X. I'm actually surprised that that's not lower. I'm surprised these aren't not lower, but when I heard they were textured, I was like, oh, okay. This is actually funny that this is one of the only ones that is just this set. Like there's no other version of Grand Kowagamon Ace alt other than the low pull rate, which is nuts. So this is kind of actually funny that this is only $14.50, $15. And then you have your things like your BL Star box topper is $6. That's the best one you can get. Your scrambles starting at $7, going down to kind of $4. And then we have kind of the other prices here. For under $5 for the other two box toppers. So those are really cheap. So that's nice. I should have checked the alts from EX8 now to see how they are now that these cards have been like probably destroying their price value. And then you start seeing everything under $4 kind of thing. Most of the scrambles and the memory boosts under $4 or under $2, with ending up with these tournament pack cards here that are like under $1. These foil border ones, because they did come as winter cards, and they've been out for a while, so just them being super cheap. So yeah, we'll see when we get our boxes what we get, and we'll do a video, of course, looking at that. Last thing we're looking at, of course, is the winter holiday event. It's worth nothing other than the Gatomon for $10, which is still nothing. It's worth nothing, absolutely nothing. I would have hoped that the value on this would have stayed a little bit better, as the previous packs have always been. You could probably get $5 to $10 a pack, depending on the value. 15 at 15 to 20 at start, before they came out or before they had too many events. But once you had a couple events, and I don't think there's been many events, because I think most of the events are being held this week. So I'm maybe not in the States, but I'm in Canada anyways. But I definitely, looking at this, is like it's under $5 for all those cards. You could probably get $5 a pack, just for like your trouble and stuff like that. If you take the market prices there, you got 3. You got about 5-ish. If you round up, the closest dollar or 2 and 1, you could get $5 a pack. But that's going to be about it. It is garbage, which is kind of sad because I still have a ton of packs to sell. But that is the market analysis, guys. Tell me what you guys are thinking about. Are you excited for a limited set? Are you getting some of these cards right here? And tell me what you guys think about the game in general and how it's going. And, are you excited for EX8? Do you think the hype's on Gallantmon's worth the while? Or are you looking forward to other things in the set? But looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.